another day, another video diary. Today was good. It was good. I did not do anything I was supposed to do today, but today was good. Yeah, yesterday's video was something else. I went by a friend and we talked for a while, and then, I didn't really film anything after that. I kind of fell asleep around 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. and got up around 7 a.m. So, I got enough sleep. There's a reason I got enough sleep, but we will talk about that right now. But I definitely got enough sleep last night. It's not really much to discuss today. Today, for the first time since the year has started, where the thought has popped into my mind of, do we really have to do this every day for a year? But I know that's just the part of me that's upset that I'm not doing more in my life so that my vlogs could be a lot more interesting, And it's not that there's things to do. There's just so many things happening with life, Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some changes in life, some very important changes, some big changes. I know I have to make the changes. I'm not looking forward to it though. But in every what am I saying? Life is about making changes, and I'm determined to have the best life possible. And for me to do that, I constantly have to make changes. I constantly have to adapt, and so forth. And so I'm gonna have to make big changes. I figure I should finish that thought, just in case somebody didn't understand where I was going with that. I'm accustomed to change. I moved a lot. I remember I moved from St. Lucia when I was 5. I remember moving from preschool to primary school in St. Lucia. I remember peeing my skin in primary school. I remember it happening. I remember wanting to pee and being afraid to ask the teacher to pee. And eventually I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I remember the teacher being upset, but I can't remember the teacher. And then after that, I was in primary school in Carriacou Primary School. Carriacou Primary School. And I was there for like a year, I think. Maybe not even a full year. Yeah, maybe a full year. Then I moved to Richmond Hill because my parents moved. So we used to live in Carriacou. And we moved to Camden Park. And so going from Camden Park to Carriacou every morning was too much. Way too much. So we moved to Richmond Hill, and I was there junior 2, form 1, form 2, form 3. And then from there I went to Brighton Primary School. I showed it in a previous video. It's just on the road because, well, we moved from Camden Park to Arnesvale, and then from Arnesvale to North Union, and then North Union to this house right now where I currently live. We've been here ever since. Honestly, been here ever since. So I'm accustomed to change, accustomed to change. I travel a lot. I'd like to stay in other countries for extended periods of time. I like change. Change is comfortable, but I'm trying to be more stable, Like I'm trying to live an opposite life to the one that I lived, if that makes sense. Not fully opposite, but like I lived a more, I consider chaotic, a more wild, chaotic, free lifestyle. I kind of just made decisions. I still kind of just make decisions, but I kind of just made decisions off the whim. Not much care about like the future or anything, because I don't know if I've said this before in a previous video. I had rheumatic fever. I didn't think I was going to live this long, so I was really concerned too much with the future. And coming from wanting to be a pastor, believing in the Bible and all that. The future is not something you're supposed to worry about, because God is going to take care of everything that looks problematic. Sorry, I was fixing something important there. Yeah, so there really was no thought to the future. Like I literally believe the Bible, don't worry about anything, cast all the cares on Jesus and just live life. And I kind of just did that. I kind of just expected things to work out for me because, you know, obey God, everything works out. And things kind of worked out when I stopped having that mindset. I don't know. I don't know. When I say life has worked out, life has been working out. The journey has been fun. There's some parts I don't enjoy as much. There are times that I really, really enjoy. Yeah. Yeah. I don't really know how to want other people's lives. And people say they wish they were this, they wish they were that. I've like the older I get, the less I even want it because you never really know what people are going through, you know, because you'll be jealous of somebody who, for example, born into a rich family. And you'll be like, wow, it'd be so nice to be born in a rich family. And it could be great, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people who are going to try to make it seem like, you know, because people are rich, they're miserable, so that people who are not rich don't feel better about themselves. I'm sure there are rich people who are very happy, very content with life, no stress, no problems really. You know, they have everything they need and they're happy with that. They get to go to different countries whenever they want, whatever, you know. Yeah, there are people like that, and there are people who are content with that. There are people who are content with having very little and smoking weed on the block all day, and you know, go hunting for like a iguana, catch some fish, and that's your food for the day. Some people are content with that. Some people, you know, some people want more. Some people want less. You know, everybody's different. Everybody doesn't want what everybody wants. Like everybody doesn't want to be a millionaire. Everybody doesn't wake up thinking, "Oh my goodness, I want to be a millionaire." Everybody doesn't want like this dream job where you climb the corporate ladder. Everybody doesn't want this, you know, because people are so different and unique. But a lot of people are very similar, but a lot of people are very unique. You know, like each individual person is unique in his or her own way. But what was I going with this? I don't remember what I was going with this. But yeah, people are unique, and I don't know what they're going through. I don't know who's happy. I don't know who's sad, because people will be laughing and pretending like everything is fine. You know, they have the biggest smiles and everything, and then you hear they commit suicide. It's like you never thought that would happen. You never thought that would happen, but because you don't know what's going on in people's minds. So I don't envy people's lives. I don't know what their life is like. I don't know if, yeah, you have rich parents, but then your future is already lined up for you. You're going to work in this place, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. You don't have a choice. It's just, let's continue putting money in. And what if you decide, I want to be a painter? It's like, you don't get to be a painter. You have a business to run, you know. Things like that could happen, you know. I don't want to be tied up in something like that. So I mean, I don't know. But then, yeah, like I said, you just don't know anybody's life. So you can't want to be people. I don't understand it because I have a good life. I have a very good life. I have a very good life. I have a very good life. Money would make it more adventurous. Money would make it less, there'd be less things. I don't even know if there'd be less things to stress about, because more money, more problems, more money, more stress. You know, but I don't know. Like I know I could make my circumstance better, and I'm going to work to make my circumstance better. But not because, you know, I think my life is bad. It's just, why not? You know, why not? And I kind of learned that from my girlfriend as well, you know, because some things just make life just less stressful, you know. Some things just make life just a little bit better. Like sunset rum just makes life a little bit better. Weed just makes life a little bit better, you know. And you could do so many different things with weed and all them kind of things, and you could do all kind of different things. And I like to make things. I could make significantly more things if I had more tools, you know. So if I get like an electric saw and a drill, like one of them cordless saws and cordless drills, something like that, I could take some pallets and probably make stuff, you know. I have a lot more variety of things that I could make, and I would enjoy that very much. So why not work to try to get that so that I could make things, you know. But yeah, I don't know what this is about. What should I call this video? Change is good. No, that's not catchy. I don't know how to do catchy topics or titles or anything, but yeah. What do I call this? I talked about change, and I talked about not wanting to be like other people. I talked about change and not wanting to be like other people. I should just call it that. Change and not wanting to be like other people. Alright, these are my Patreon supporters. More space over here. Patreon supporters. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. If you watch till here, I appreciate you. Only one person 2 days ago. One person 2 days ago who told me where they were there in New Jersey. Shout out from New Jersey. People in New Jersey. Did I ever go to New Jersey? I passed through New Jersey. I had to have at least passed through New Jersey. I was in Philadelphia, and I was in New York, and I was in Delaware. And I feel like I can't be in those three places if I don't go through New Jersey. But I don't really remember the geography of the East Coast right now. So shout out to New Jersey. So if you could just tell me where you're from, you don't have to describe the room like the last time, but I do want you to describe the room so that I could visualize in New Jersey, you know, person in New Jersey. So I want to know, like, if you're on the couch sitting and watching this, you know, what is a couch like? What color is the couch? What color is the living room? All kind of stuff. I like that kind of information. You know what? I might keep asking for that until people start giving it to me. The more people I get to hear. Although I really don't think people get this far in the video. I should check analytics. I should probably not check analytics. That might discourage me. The whole point of this is to be consistent making videos so I could see. Talking to the camera seems to be the thing that I do easiest. But I could do this a lot, and then I could do like walking videos as something else. Or I could pick like a day in the week. That's something I'm thinking about doing. Like picking a day in the week for like something like, because most people would want to watch on a Sunday, I would have to do a walk on a Friday. So do a walk on a Friday so that Sunday's video would be where people sit down and chill and relax. At least Caribbean people would not really be doing anything on Sundays. So you could sit down and relax and watch the whole video up. I don't know. I know America is open all the time and people work all hours. But it's not like that in semester. But anyway, yeah, tell me where you're viewing from, room, hotel, phone, computer, whatever. And that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow.